What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. It's the Sports Web here on a Monday night. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And for fans of the Sports Web, the Tampa Bay sports fan, especially you Go Bucs fans and you Rays fans, it's your time. So how do we start off this good time on a Monday night? Bring the passion, bring our excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. On tonight's show, we'll have Best of the Bays, Mr. Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy, giving us an update. I'll give you the update right now. The Tampa Bay Rays just lost to the Kansas City Royals 2-1. Wait, that's not the one I want. This is the one I want. It's a long season, but we've seen a lot of these lately. So we'll talk to Mr. Tampa Bay Ray Kennedy, not only about the Tampa Bay Rays, but of course about your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tristan Wirfs with some comments on the Baker Mayfield contract situation. Also Jason Licht and Todd Bowles talking about the defense from last year. And as always, we'll take your phone calls, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. We'll get some advertisements out of the way. Remember, you don't have to go far. It's Up the Block Barbershop, 4946 Moog Road in Holiday, Florida. Whether you want a haircut, a beard trim, a fade, they got you covered. Go see my favorite barber, Ricky, and all the talented barbers there at Up the Block Barbershop, and tell them the Rolex reporter Peter Blake sent you. If that wasn't enough, of course, we will be back here at the Tampa Bay Sports Collectors Expo, September 19th. Ian Beckles announced, and you also have James Wilder Jr. So they'll be out there live from the Florida State Fairgrounds, and we will be live here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. So tune in to that. And then if that wasn't enough, how about this right here? Every day, it's called Bucs Latest Daily Tampa Bay Buccaneer content, 10 to 15 minutes, 11 a.m. every day on YouTube. Like and subscribe to that, Bucs fans. And of course, the Carter Agency right there giving us the opportunity to be on TikTok, as we're live on TikTok tonight, Facebook Live, YouTube, X, I guess, Instagram Live, LinkedIn Live. I'll try to be professional, but most likely it won't happen. I'll do the best that I can. Without further ado, we will get out to the comments in just a moment. Let's go ahead and go out to my co-host for the night, Best of the Bay right there, live from Ferg's there on the sidewalk, our old stomping grounds. Got to get back there sometime. Mr. Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy.
Mr.
There it is right there. Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy. I promise no stadium talk tonight if we can help it. We got to talk about this Tampa Bay Rays team. They take a series from the Washington Nationals, but they lose 1 of 4. They 3 more at Tropicana. I mean, welcome to the Evolution here on a Monday night, my friend. How's it going?
It's hard because we saw Michael Wacha was on a mound for the Royals tonight, and of course Wacha played for the Rays back in 2022. So we figured we had a familiarity with him. We had Rasmus on the mound tonight, but in typical Rays fashion, we saw this with even the losses out there on the West Coast against the Dodgers, and even in winning the series 2-3 against the Angels. We saw this Rays team, these one run games seems to be a common theme with your Rays, and we lose tonight by 1 run to the Royals. First of a 4-game set here, but how are you tonight, Peter Blake?
I'm doing good. You know, it's a Monday. It was a tough Monday. We were out for about an hour there at Smart Financial with no internet. You know how that is. So that kind of threw me off. I didn't get my 60 to 70 deals. So I'm okay, but I'm disappointed to see this team struggle because, you know, early on in the year, they were able to win these close games, and now they're not able to win them. So, of course, it's the big-time difference. Of course, last check, the Yankees were losing to the Detroit Tigers, so that may be good. But at the end of the day, the Rays, of course, have to take care of their own business. I want to go out to the commenters here because I don't want to neglect you guys. Tim says, I'm here. You can start. Thank you very much, Tim.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go out to the other Tim here. He called in, and by the way, it was Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to you. A great father, Mr. Ray Kennedy. You can give me some memories if you want to about your father and and the inspiration that he had on you or anybody else. The phone lines are open tonight for that. 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. Let's go out to Ben Cornett. Good evening, Peter Blake. Good evening to you.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Williams, what's good, Peter? Tampa Bay Buccaneers for life. Absolutely.
Wait up, no, boy. Stop. Wait up.
And Eric says, losing to a bad team, sad. Yes, I know, Eric. It's always sad when the Rays lose, and even when they win, it's sad. That's your favorite word to say. But it is disappointing. It happens. It's called Major League Baseball. You lose games. Without further ado, let's go out to the phone lines here as I disappear for just a moment because I asked for phone calls. You get phone calls. Let's go out to Curtis, leading it off here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television on a Monday night with yours truly, along with Best of the Bay, Mr. Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy. Go, my friend. What's up? And there you go. There you go. Go ahead, my friend.
Nothing. So first of all, let's give a shout out to fathers on Father's Day. Peter, I've been on here long enough with you to know what your father meant to you. So shout out to your dad.
Thank you.
Mr. Ray Kennedy, how are you doing, brother? Can you hear me?
Well, I can't
Peter
hear.
Blake, Sports Connection.
Yes, there you
Sports
go.
Web. Yeah, Peter Blake. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Tampa
How you
Bay,
doing?
Ray.
How you doing, Mr. Ray? Happy Father's Day to you.
Thank you, brother.
Hey, man. So all I'm gonna say is my fondest memory is just sitting at home on Sundays watching football with Dad.
Yep.
And we watched Bucs games, but we watched all the big Sunday night games, all the big Monday night games. And, I try to do that with my kid, especially with him going away to college in August. And I tell you what, man, there's nothing in the world like being a father. I tell you guys that.
Well, congratulations to you. Of course, being a proud papa at this point, your kid going off to college. I know you're very happy and excited about that. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about that, my friend.
So he graduated and he's got an academic scholarship.
Okay.
And he's got a full ride to North Park College in North Chicago.
Nice.
Only thing I don't like is that he's going to be a Viking. I almost threw up when I had to hear that.
But brother Curtis, you actually said there you were talking about, because we're tying into Father's Day, and you talked about what you and your dad talked about, and it reminded me about my dad and I talked about. I mean, the 03, the Bucs of Lombardi, first Super Bowl, but the history, the memories, and even though your son's going to a college you can bust his chops about, at the end of the day, it's that conversation that really makes the memories, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. And you know what? The proudest thing I can say is this, and you know what? I guess from my father to being a father is just watching him grow and be a man. That is I'm gonna tell you, as a father, that is one of the most heartwarming things in the world. It really is. And for all the fathers out there, man, just no matter what you're going through as a father, continue to be a father, because it's so heartwarming as a man to have your kids come to you and tell you they finally appreciate everything you've ever done for them. It really does.
I'm still waiting for that, but I Curtis, the fact that you said it's coming, it gives me cause for hope.
How old is it? How old?
Well, they're older, but their mom turned them against me, so it's going to take me an extra minute. So, I mean, I got a 17 and a 15, but.
Oh no! See, my son is 19, and I have a 21. I'll tell you this: I got a 21-year-old that doesn't talk to me, and a 16-year-old that doesn't talk to me.
Jeez.
But they know we love them. They know we love them, so that makes it so. No matter what, you still toe that line because they know the score.
I'm going to always be here for them. When they open up their eyes and reality finally hits them, I'll be here.
All right, my friend. Good stuff as always. What's on your mind tonight besides the father stuff? Because I know that's important to you. But what do you think about this? And let me go in and read these comments from Tristan Wirfs because that's how we started off this show. Even the first time around, it didn't really affect him. like how he approached every day, how he interacted with any of us, how he went out to practice. It never affected him that way. I don't know a ton about it. Obviously, I want him to be here for a long time. I want him to be my quarterback for a long time, so I hope things work out for him. And with the whole contract situation, I know he's still the same guy who's coming in here day in and day out, leading us. I know he's going to be the same dog that he always is. Again, that was Tristan Wirfs talking about Baker Mayfield and the contract situation. So yes,
let me give you my opinion on this.
Go for it.
And Peter, I've been calling your show since 2019, 2020,
yes.
somewhere around there.
Yes, a long time, my friend.
I love it because we don't bullshit each other here.
No, we don't.
Okay. And we tell each other how it is. We argue, we fight. We might not agree with each other all the time, but that's what we do as men in sports.
Correct.
But anyway, number one, you're just stupid as hell if you don't pay Baker. That's number one.
You must be not on. Are you on Facebook? You got to get on Facebook. I got to tag you in some of these posts that I've seen.
Oh yeah, I watch, brother.
You're
stupid as hell. You're stupid as hell if you don't sign Baker. You're also stupid as hell if you don't sign Vita.
Yes.
Yes.
What is wrong with you?
Trade him. I heard fans this week. He's going to be traded. He's 31 years old. Or he's 32 years old. They're going to trade him. Why would they trade him for? Why
would you trade him?
This is what I don't understand about Bucs fans.
You have this giant run stuffer in the middle of your defense, but your defense is probably going to be the best it's been since the Super Bowl year.
We hope so.
Or the year after the Super Bowl.
Right.
And the other thing that I have to say is I you know what? I keep watching these talking heads.
Yep.
Keep talking about, Carolina and the Saints and whoever the hell else is in our division. What's that? Atlanta, yes. Keep talking about
Chicken Hawks, whatever.
Because I'm going to tell you something. I didn't like Zach Robinson, but I do respect what Zach Robinson did in Atlanta. Atlanta had a pretty prolific offense. The problem is they didn't have a quarterback after Matt Ryan left.
Correct. Exactly. Yes.
Second, now because we have an offensive coordinator that is experienced and he can run the offense and Todd Bowles doesn't have to worry about it, he can focus on the damn defense.
Which is why also go ahead and mention the reason why Mike Evans chose to go out to LA for a year, because, you got Shanahan's going on out there and he realizes that Tampa Bay is going to be okay with Zach Robinson and the tight ends and Ibuka and Godwin. So, right. Is that not part of the narrative?
Listen, if this kid, what is the kid, Sharp, that we drafted? If that kid can be half as talented as I think he is, and with the rest of the pieces that we have, they don't know where it's coming from. And I know we've been saying that for years about this Tampa Bay offense. But honestly, if you look at Ibuka and Godwin and McMillan,
they don't have a clue.
They're all the same. They're all the same receiver.
You can't have a clue, right? If you're a defensive coordinator in the South, let alone the NFC or the NFL, and you're trying to put a game plan together for this Buccaneers to defense to go into this Buccaneers offense and Zach Robinson in 2026, you don't have a clue, do you, Curtis?
Well, I'll say this: you got Ibuka, you've got McMillan, you've got, of course, Tez Johnson, you've got the return of Chris Godwin Jr., could be a number one wide receiver in this league if he was ever given the opportunity or didn't play with the Bucs, because of course Mike Evans was the number one, so he's going to get every opportunity.
And don't forget, Zach Robinson loves his tight ends. So now you got the tight end, the position of tight end coming into effect.
This is what stupid people don't realize. Okay, the problem. You know what the problem with football is now?
What's that?
It's all about fantasy football. That's all people care about.
It is. It absolutely is.
They do not care about football, and fantasy football is not football. The one thing that I think people are forgetting about these Bucs receivers are all three of those guys can play any position in the wide receiver thing. Godwin can play the slot. Ibuka can play the slot. McMillan can play the slot. Like they can all play all three positions.
Well, Curtis, that makes me to my next point is that makes the Buccaneers offense in 2026 so dynamic is you can't even forecast what this offense is going to do because they've got options at all 5 positions: tight end, wide receiver, running back, flare tight end, maybe a OB or a halfback out of the backfield. And that's exciting though in 2026, right? As a Buccaneers fan, Curtis?
Absolutely.
Yep.
And I tell you right now, it is because
and the last thing I'm going to say, because I know people are going to call in.
Sure.
I'm sorry, but if we can get any decent pass rush at all, any decent, I mean, if Calais can stay healthy, if Ruben Bain is healthy, if YaYa's healthy, if Vita's healthy, I'm sorry, I don't know too many offensive lines that's going to hold up against that.
It's definitely going to be interesting, my friend. Thanks a lot for the call. Use the second one if you want to. All right. Happy Father's Day to you, brother.
You too, brother.
All right. Good stuff. I'm not a father, just to a Calijah, if you will, domination.
Well, you're a mother, though, Peter. You're a mother, and I can attest to that.
Open phone line 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. Let's go out to Trevor. Trevor, welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television. You're on live here on a Monday night on the Sports Web. Go.
What's going on?
What's going on, boss? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I was listening to the conversation y'all just had with the last caller.
Right.
And I agree with everything he said. To me, though, like, I'll say this. Our biggest Achilles heel last year, that I think if it's better this year than all bets are off offensively, it's the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You can take away Mike Evans, but if we have a healthy offensive line, we're going to be able to run the ball like we was back in 24.
Quiz question. How many starters? Hold on. I got a quiz question for you. And this is for Bucs fans out there saying, why did Baker Mayfield, why did this offense struggle in 2025? What starter? He was the only starter on the offensive line that took every snap with that unit last year. What was the player's name?
Graham Barton.
There you go. And that's a problem.
Oh, yes.
And by the way, for the casual Bucs fans, Graham Barton, he's supposed to be our starting center. He started the season off last year as our left tackle.
Our left tackle, right? Exactly. So if you're wondering why the offense struggled mightily at times, and then on top of it, your defense is giving up 28 points a game. There you go. And
don't forget, mention the fact that your center is supposed to be your quarterback of the entire O-line, and Graham should have been at center, but he was transitioning because of injury. So what a great point to make, 100%.
I mean, it's what even Ian Beckles had to say. He said, listen, Mike Evans is gone. This team is going to score points. And why? Because this offensive line is going to be able to be healthy. I think they can score some points. And we talk about the wide receiving weapons. We haven't even talked about the unknown there in Ted Hurst, who has been lights out. And oh, by the way, Rondé Barber is talking him up a lot like he did last year with the Mecca Ibuka. And by the way, everybody was saying, oh, so what? Rondé Barber, he worked for the organizations.
He wasn't wrong.
He wasn't
wrong.
There's a reason why he has his own show on WFLA TV. We love to have him on sometime, but there's a reason why he's also a Hall of Famer. Okay, guys? Hall of Fame defensive back, cornerback, 92 yards to the house to close down the vet. Listen, there's a reason why he knows what he's talking about, because usually he's right. So if he's talking up Ted Hurst at this point, I'm going to definitely pay attention, especially with what happened last year with the Mecca Ibuka. Go ahead, Trev.
Right. And then I'll say this about Rondé Barber, because for all my diehard Bucs fans, they know this. Rondé, he used to be a commentator for Fox shortly after he retired from the Buccaneers.
Correct.
He was a commentator for Fox.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
And, me having an NFL ticket, I was in the Army at the time, so I couldn't go to none of the games.
Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you very much for your service, sir.
Yeah, well, no problem.
Yeah.
But when I would watch Buc games and he was on commentary, he didn't pull any punches when it came to the Bucs. If we were trash, if there was players that wasn't playing well, he would call them out. He didn't give a damn about the fact that he played for the Buccaneers for as long as he played. And he played for the Buccaneers from 1997 to 2012.
It don't matter. And let me ask this caller, Peter. I'm going to ask this caller right here because I'm going to say, because I saw the same thing. I'm wondering why is not Rondé Barber on the number one or number two crew for any of your network affiliations for the NFL coverage? Because Rondé, not just because he brings it live and he brings it from Tampa Bay style, but Rondé gives you some type of a coverage of the game that you should be wanting to have as a lover of the NFL. And I'm asking the caller, did you not wonder at that same time you're wondering why is not Rondé not on Fox's number one or number two crew?
I love these fans coming by. That's great. You're absolutely right. I don't know why, but he's not doing that full time. He's just doing the preseason for WFLA. Yeah.
Maybe he doesn't want to though.
He's doing his thing.
Like he's Hall of Fame. He's Hall of Fame. He's just doing what he wants to do.
That's it. That's what he's doing. So, and yes.
When he was doing it full time though, and he was commentating the Bucs games, like he wasn't a homer.
No.
And the reason why I bring that up is because Bucs fans, if he's saying a guy on that roster is the real deal, he's the real deal. He was a leader on our team.
Yep.
So if being a leader on a football team for the ones that's never played football, if there's guys on your team that's not buying into a system, if there's guys that are not giving their best, as leaders on that team, it's their job to call your ass out.
That's it.
And I'm pretty sure Rondé Barber has no problem calling out players when he was actually an active player who definitely didn't mind doing it when he was commentating for Fox full time.
Hey, Peter, can I ask a caller a question real quick, though?
Yeah, Rondé, you kind of hard on our players right now.
Well, by that same question, you made that point, and I agree with it because I saw Rondé's coverage, and I'm like, Rondé's better than whoever Fox is going to throw up there, but he wasn't being a homer. But by that very same token, do you not agree that Todd Bowles is the Buccaneers head coach for 2026? Because you said locker room, you're hearing things, and Todd Bowles, is he not your Buccaneers coach to go and win that third Lombardi in 2026?
I couldn't hear that last part. What was that last part?
He said, do you think that Todd Bowles is the coach to win the third Lombardi? Do you think he's the coach for 2026 at this point?
Mets fan?
Expectations are high. And I'll tell you this, Peter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest. He better win this year. Absolutely. And I'm not saying he has to win the Super Bowl this year.
Sure.
But we better see some progress. And it's not the mentality of limping into the playoffs. No, like if we have a healthy roster, there's no excuse. Period.
Well, I agree. There's definitely a lot of things to be excited about. There's a lot of ifs, ands, and buts, but the big one for me at this point definitely is the offensive line. If this offensive line can stay healthy. And of course, I don't think the Baker Mayfield contract situation will be a distraction. Trevor, appreciate the call. Anything else here, my friend, on a Monday night?
When's training camp start?
We got about I believe it's about 5 weeks away, 4 or 5 weeks away until training camp starts. So we got a little bit here, but we got you covered.
It was one more thing that I wanted to ask you, Peter, and I'll
go for it. Go for it.
When training camp starts, are you going to be able to be on location and interview any of the players?
We'll see. We will see, my friend.
Let's go, Sports Web, Peter. I'm there with you. I'm retired now, so let's get in there. Let's cover it like Tampa Bay deserves.
We'll definitely see.
Yeah, because they love you, Peter.
They do.
I hope they love me. I hope you all love me at this point, doing Bucs latest, doing the Sports Web, giving you all this Bucs content, and all my Rays fans are like, you don't give me any Rays content. And I'm like, I'm working on it here. I'm trying to work on this Bucs part of it. Trevor, appreciate the call as always, my friend. All right, use that second one if you want. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, good stuff there. Good stuff from Trevor. Open phone line. I saw you, Sun Devil Dave, right there. Sun 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Speaking of Barber, Sun Devil, stand by here for a moment. I'm going to read this Rondé Barber comments. I would find it hard to believe that they do, talking about the Bucs and getting Mayfield signed before the extension. Before the deadline that's been put out there. Find a way. He said if Barber were in charge at one Buc place, he would make sure Mayfield is the Bucs quarterback of the future. Find a way to pay him, make him happy, whatever the number is. It's not 60, it's not $65 million per year, somewhere in the $50 million range. It's a decent amount of salary bump, but I just hope it doesn't distract this team going into the season, because I think this is a big year for a lot of people in that organization. So there you go. That's Rondé Barber with his comments. We'll get out to your comments in just a moment here, Webheads. Let's go out to Sun Devil Dave. All the way out there in Arizona. What's on your mind tonight? Welcome to the Evolution. You're on with yours truly, along with Best of the Bays, Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy, live there from Fergs.
Great job. Thank you for wasting my time. Goodbye forever. Happy post Father's Day Monday.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that, sir.
So, we already know about the Bucs. I'm going on a record. Baker Mayfield's their best choice, even at 45 to 50 million or even 55 million.
Mm-hmm.
They got a great offense, solid defense, some really good rookies coming in. 14th easiest schedule. They're going to win the NFC South. We're going to be fine. I gotta adjust some things. Also, let's have a big shout out to Alex Freeman, Antonio Freeman's son, for the World Cup. He scored a goal.
How about that?
You knew Antonio Freeman's son plays for soccer, U.S. men's soccer.
I did not. No, I haven't.
It's all in those hips, right, Roger? Those hips, those Freeman hips.
I've been trying to watch as much soccer as I can, and it's. I
got you, Pete. I got you covered.
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
I'm really gonna try, guys. I'm gonna try to talk about
Alex
World
Freeman,
Cup on this show.
Big shout out to Antonio Freeman's son. Also, the ageless wonder Messi is going to be 39 next week. Has already scored 5 goals. He almost had a hat trick today. He missed a penalty shot.
Today, right?
He still scored 2 more goals. It's ridiculous.
I did some research before. He scored 2 goals today. So there you go.
Yes.
Oh, Messi, whatever. I'm kidding.
But I need a commitment from Tampa Bay Ray and Peter Blake that you're going to play nice when I talk about this next subject.
Oh, please don't do it. Please don't do it.
Come on, I need help on this.
Please don't.
I need help. I need help on this.
No, don't talk stadium. Don't do it.
Okay.
I'd rather talk about my terrible relationship status at this point.
The only reason I brought it up because I read this new article today. Well, it was from June 16th by Elizabeth Strom, the ballot question in November. Can we talk about it or no?
No, let's not talk about it. So let's just hold off on the stadium talk. Ray's not talking about it. I'm not talking about it. We feel a certain way until the shovels are in the ground, damn it. Then we'll talk about it.
All right. Yes. I was just looking at it and we're good to go. I love you guys, man. I wanted to bring that up.
Okay.
That was about it. But hey, excellent job tonight. I'm going to call back on Wednesday.
Okay.
And thank you for wasting my time and goodbye forever.
There you go. Sun Devil Dave tried to talk stadium.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't allow it. And that's how it's going to be until it's done. Open phone line 727-255.
Hey, Pete, can I just go ahead and say this right now? For those of you that may not be so versed or be actual historians here on the sports web, what Sun Devil Dave brings to the show is whatever's realistically going on, but respectfully, because he loves the process, he'll throw it out there. But yet, you will not find another webhead as informed or up to the moment as Dave. So anyway, I want to go and say, I want to throw that because I don't want to talk about that tonight, but that's one of our guys that watches the sports web that we're like, yo, that guy, he definitely has a college education.
Double head Dave right there. Good
I'm
stuff.
going off the suck right there.
Great job with the nicknames there.
That's me.
That and Chris Cole says, yo, fellas, yo to you.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go out to Tim here. TB Ray, Tampa Bay Ray. Absolutely. Trevor says, F Atlanta. I agree. Jamie says, don't know why people have us under the Panthers and Falcons. I have no idea either. It goes back to last year. Once again, you know how it is. They stir it up. They look at this Bucs team. You have Todd Bowles possibly on the hot seat at this point. You possibly have Jason Licht on the hot seat. Baker Mayfield coming into a contract year, doesn't have a contract yet. Vita Vea, Lots of rookies. This team is old, yet they're not old. They did get veterans, but they're a young.
Well, don't forget though, Ray, Bucs fans. They're supposed to. The NFL's got to go. Look, the Bucs have been in the. They've won the division 5 of the last 6 times. They finally lost last year. So let's cut the narrative. Let's try to cut it down the middle. So let's go Falcons, Saints, or Panthers. Yo, at the end of the day, your Buccaneers are still the best damn team in the NFC South. So let them set their parlays or their betting points. But at the end of the day, the Buccaneers are still the best team in the NFC South. They just have to try to set a new narrative to try to create new bet $5, you get $100 in play. You're the winner, whatever that means with the DraftKings. You're the king.
All right, so let's go on to Curtis. Curtis, welcome back. Using your second call, what's on your mind tonight, boss?
I have, and it's bothering me so bad.
What's bothering you, buddy?
Number one, I am so tired of the Jason Light bashing.
Oh,
I understand how people are emotional and they get in their feelings.
hey Curtis, did you know that Jason Light, he missed on a lot of his picks in 2016 and 2021, but after that he actually built a Super Bowl contender, playoff contender, but no Bucs fans or some Bucs fans will actually throw that narrative out there. I agree with you on this. Go ahead, keep on going. Preach to the choir, my friend.
Peter, I have been a diehard Bucs fan since 1995. Okay. And there is not a GM in Bucs history that I'd rather have than Jason Light.
Love it.
Yes. Listen, here's the thing. And let's go back. Is Ray still here?
Ray is still here, yes. He's still
Ray,
alive.
Ray,
we can't hear you, Ray.
We all remember when this team got handed over to Todd Bowles. This was not Todd Bowles' team. That was Tom Brady's team. And Jason Light had to bow down and kiss the ring when it came to Tom Brady.
Right.
Him and Bowles did. And to me, Todd Bowles, I'm sorry, not Todd Bowles. Jason Light is a top 10 GM in NFL.
Top 5 GM.
If we cut Jason Light
as a Buccaneers
today,
fan,
he would have a job next week. So all these dumbass Bucs fans, and I'm sorry, I love you guys. All you dumbass Bucs fans out here that's talking about getting rid of a guy who has bought you a championship, who has bought you players and re-signed players that are good players instead of letting our good players walk on bullshit contracts. You guys need to grow the F up.
Well,
like, seriously.
It's not enough. They forgot about it because they didn't win the NFC South last year. They let Mike Evans go.
So Pete, let me follow this up. Let's go back to 20. Let's go back to the first.
I called.
Hold on, guys.
Jason Light's first draft. He drafts Mike Evans, number 7 overall. But look at now, and I'll tell you this right now: if Jake Matthews was on the board at number 7 when the Bucs drafted, I had no doubt that Jason Light would have drafted Jake Matthews. Of course, he was taken number 6 ahead of the Bucs. He was taken by Atlanta, but Khalil Mack was a given. But you talk about Jason Light come over and took this Buccaneers team. We had Vincent Jackson. We had V. Jackson in the receivers room. Who knew that at the time he was the number 1 best quarterback or the best pro we had in the room? He drafts Mike Evans out of Texas, coming out of the Longhorns. But he brings him in here, puts him under V. Jackson's wing for a year, which is all you have to say about what Jason Light means as a general manager, because he sees that big picture.
He does see the big picture. But B. Jackson was already here.
Ali Marpet was one of my favorite draft picks.
Yes.
There you go.
Didn't we get Ali Marpet in the 3rd round?
I believe
yes.
Him in the 3rd round. You got
because
Donovan Smith.
Because I'm pretty sure that was the year we took Winston 1, Donovan Smith 2, and Ali Marpet 3.
I think that was the draft.
That might be Jason Light's best draft year. That might be the number 1. If you look at, Jimmy Swint's number 1, right? But yet he takes, Marpet and then Ali Marpet and Donovan. I mean, guys, this could be actually a debate. What are the top 4 draft picks Jason Licht's had? I would pose that 2014 draft pick or 15 draft pick might be one of Jason Licht's best.
Well, I do.
I mean,
go ahead.
No, go ahead, Pete.
No, I was going to say, I'm looking it up right now. I don't know if that was the same year, but they did have Donovan Smith in that one draft, and they also had Ali Marpet, and I believe that at the time for the Bucs, that was not the same draft. Who did they draft? Because I'm looking it up right now. Yeah, it was. Actually, it was. Excuse me. 2015 draft. Yeah, Jameis Winston, Donovan Smith.
Listen,
Ali
I'm
Marpet,
telling you, brother, I know my Buccaneers.
Quan Alexander at that point, Kenny Bell, Kalen Clay, who turned out to be better.
Take the Quan Alexander before he went off the Reds and went crazy. But you're talking about maybe that was the best draft pick so far and to date that Jason Licht's had as the Buccaneers GM. That just jumped into my mind.
Whoa! How about 20? How about 29? How about 2020? Tristan Wirfs in the first round. You move up one spot to get him. He's the best offensive tackle maybe that you ever have besides Paul Gruber. He comes in right away as a.
That's a fact.
Okay.
Yes.
And then Antoine Winfield Jr. in the second round.
Oh my God,
that was pretty.
Okay, that's that wins it. That's it. Yeah.
And I'll throw another one out to you. Who was the wide receiver they drafted in the later rounds? He didn't turn out, but he had a big catch against the Saints. Had some big.
That was with Tyler Johnson.
Tyler Johnson. There's.
But I'll go ahead. Pete, I'll pose this at next to 1976 when we drafted Leroy Selman out of Oklahoma. Maybe I'll go ahead and drop this right now. I'm a half buzzed on a Monday night here. We lost to the Royals tonight. That 2014 draft, that Jason Licht draft, maybe the best Buccaneers draft in the history of his team.
But let me give you some other names.
Yes.
Let me give you some other pivotal Super Bowl names.
By the way,
Carlton
2020
Davis was in the second round.
Hold on, 2020 draft. You traded a 4th round pick for Gronkowski. That was pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah,
that worked.
But
that worked.
For that Super Bowl, you drafted Carlton Davis. He was your starting corner.
Yep.
Don't forget. People forget about the playoff run that Sean Murphy Bunting had.
Yes. Yeah.
Literally, I mean,
Carlton
he panned
Davis.
out.
Yep.
But he had a great postseason that year.
He did. Carlton Davis comes to mind also. He had a great postseason. I mean, the defense themselves, I mean, just especially that postseason, but you're exactly right. Sean Murphy Bunting.
I mean, he took a chance on Shaq Barrett when nobody else kind of wanted it.
1 year deal. How much money? And then he got 19 and a half sacks.
19 and a half sacks.
Well, see, now we're throwing undrafted, we're throwing free agent signings into this whole mix. I can't determine if that's the best year, but I think you throw Shaq Barrett in there, yeah.
Here's another one right there. Chris Godwin and JR
was
a great pick in third round in 2017. Yeah.
I quit.
Yeah. Jalen McMillan looks pretty good at this point.
Jalen McMillan.
Third round.
Tez Johnson. Bucky Irvin.
Tyke Smith. No? Where's realtor David Zuzman at? This guy hates Jason Licht. And we just went through.
I tell you what, if for Buccaneers fans that are out here complaining about Jason Licht, look how many players were drafted that are still on this team,
that are still starting, that are producing, not just at
a good mid-level, but a high level. If you go to your offensive line, I'm pretty sure almost everybody on the offensive line, our starters, was drafted by this team.
Agree.
I know the irony is if you have to go 3 levels deep to find a Roberto Aguayo, which by the way, I will go ahead and tell you right now, at the time, I because of the fact that the Buccaneers, their biggest bugaboo was place kicker, and the problem we were having with getting those late field goals, Rega or whoever. I agree with that draft pick, Roberto Aguayo, but if you have to go 3 layers deep to find Roberto Aguayo as the proof that your general manager isn't a good general manager, then you're being an ass.
Well, you are.
Yes. I'll give both of you guys another. I can sit here and talk to you guys all night. I love you guys.
Love you too.
I'll give you another one.
Yes.
Nobody expected Devin White to pan out after 2 years.
Well, he did.
The way he looked his first 2 years.
Yes.
We were like, we got another Hall of Fame linebacker.
Yes, you're exactly right, my friend. Exactly. All right, Curtis. Appreciate the call as always. Keep on watching, my friend. All right.
Always, brother.
We love you, brother. All right, good stuff. Open phone line 727-255-00. 0391 and 727-255-0391. Let me get out to the comments here. Let's go out to Terry Jones, my guy Peter. What's going on, boss? How you doing? Let's go out to Jim.
Damn it, Jim, what the hell is the matter with you?
Hello, Bucs Fun. Absolutely. Hello, Sports Web. Hello to you again.
Damn it, Jim, what the hell is the matter with you?
Hello, Peter Blake in Tampa Bay. Ray Kennedy, Lynn, Reservation. Happy Monday. Happy Monday to you. Chris Cole, Ray, the Stash Kennedy right there. I know, Jim, you were trying to call in, so call back in if you want to. The Sports Web, he is calling in. So let's go out to him.
Damn it, Jim, what the hell is the matter with you?
Jim, welcome to the Evolution here on a Monday night.
Antoine Winfield Jr.
Yeah, second round. How about that? Pretty good, right?
Yep.
Man, that Jason Light, he doesn't know how to draft. Wow. Vita Vea. Yeah, by the way, I like that pick. Don't you?
I like YaYa Diaby. He's still starting, man.
Third round pick. There you go. Not
Come on
bad.
now.
Yeah,
Jason Light out here doing a little bit of work.
Preaching to the choir, my friend. You're preaching to the choir. I love Jason Light. I think he's a top 5 GM.
We will keep it a buck. He's still doing his job.
He's still doing his job. Still, people think he's on the hot seat, which I don't understand, but whatever. Let's see here. Here we go. We sucked in 2016 draft. You missed the whole draft. Okay, well, it happens. It happens, Brent. I knew it was gonna be you. Out of everybody else, we're all talking positively about Jason Light and his drafts. I knew it was going to be you. I knew it was you. I knew it, Brent. I knew you are the guy. You are that guy.
Wait, so Jason Light's 13 years into his tenure as a Buccaneers general manager, and we could pick one draft 2016 out as the year he didn't hit a home run. I mean, really? That's your barrier to entry? Yo, join the team because you ain't been a fan long enough to realize that that's actually a great thing.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
They
Jim.
got Jason Light and his teams on commercials talking about drafting.
Well,
So
yeah, you saw the
there's an internet commercial or no computer commercial.
Yeah, you saw that with the Bucs. Yes, the draft scouts there. That was cool. That was pretty cool.
With AI, with AI these days, guys, with AI, what do we even look for? What is real? I mean, I finally saw the whole thing with Bert Kreischer and the Bucs did the whole thing with the draft, and I was like, yo, with Cody Mock, that was awesome. But like past that, at what point do we see things? And are you guys not looking at everything that comes in your inbox, going like, okay, is it real or is it Memorex? I mean, at what point does it matter? Because anything Buccaneers, put the Buccaneers logo, put Bucko Bruce or Malcolm Glazer or anything at the beginning, and I'm gonna like it. But like, at what point does it become that AI is creating it, or it came from the sports web, and that makes me legitimately respect it.
Yeah, I don't know what you just said, but
I don't know.
When it comes to the
he
sports
means like
web,
you gotta look at
it
every
would be
news story online like it's fake first.
Well, I know that, but if it comes from the sports web, it's usually not fake. We usually pretty much get it right.
Web, I'm trusting it.
Trusting it, yes. How many breaking news stories did we used to do here on this show?
We stopped counting. We stopped counting because it was happening every day, Pete, right?
Love that. I love that year, 2020, 2021. Those 2 years were just amazing in Bucs football history. And by the way, Jason Light was a part of that also. So what's on your mind tonight, Jim?
Man, I just want to talk about what Vita Vea, man. Think they're gonna get that contract together. I know we've been talking about that
any day now. What would you pay him at this point? Because a lot of people are looking at it. Of course, Jeffrey Simmons just got a contract extension. He's a couple years younger. You're not going to give him $35 million. You're not giving him Chris Jones type of money. Dexter Lawrence making $28 million. Jordan Davis from the Philadelphia Eagles making $26. I mean, where do you go here? Is it 25? Is it 26? Sporadic has him at 27. Would you pay him 27 at this point?
What did I say? I said 2 years, 28.
2 years, 28. All right, so 2 years, 28. Jim says.
I'll tell you my vote. My vote is whatever the top nose guard in the NFC is making in 2026. You match that to Veda, and you realize you respect him. Say, hey, look, you're a little older. You cut the tail off. I know you still like the shotgun beers post game in the parking lot. We love you, but we think you're still one of the most dominant nose guards in the entire National Football League. We could pay you this much for 2026, but yet 7 and 8, we got to get realistic. I think you need to pay Vita Vea as one of the top paid nose guards in the entire NFL or in the NFC, and then realistically bring it back to the fact that the guy's almost 36, and you got Calijah Kancey
No, he's 31. He's 31.
So are we gonna what? Just pay him 1 year top pay?
And Ray,
Is that
you're
what you just
frozen.
said?
So Ray's frozen pizza at this point, so we're gonna get him out of there. That's a weird shot.
Did Ray
Go
say
ahead.
he would pay him top pay for 1 year?
Yeah, he said he pay him for as a top nose guard in the National Football League. So I don't know if they go that direction, but Ray is frozen, so we're gonna get you out of here.
Okay.
Ray, let me kick you out. There we go, because you're froze. So there you go. So Tampa Bay Ray, a victim of the Wi-Fi there at Ferg's, or a victim of something. I don't know. Maybe he'll come back. Maybe he won't. But we'll definitely talk with you, finish up with you, Jim. What else? So you're paying him $28 million for 2 years?
28 for 2 years.
Okay. All right.
And I talked to that with you with Blake and Blake when you did your weekend show.
You did. You absolutely did, my friend.
And happy Dog Father's Day.
Thank you.
And your crazy friend said that you was a mother. You don't have the right pipes for that. I hope not.
Yeah, I'm definitely not no mother. He's an idiot. So there you go. I'll say it. He's an idiot.
Give me a Ruben Vane Jr.
Oh, there you go. Hold on.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally?
There you go, my friend. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I like that.
I appreciate you. Yes, there you go, my friend. I appreciate you as always. Give me a second call if you want to, okay? All right.
Yep.
Sounds good, brother. All right, open phone line, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. We'll go out to these comments, read more thoughts, and get your analysis on this, and we'll see how long it goes here as we're live on Facebook. Live here. Facebook stars are open. YouTube super chats. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. I think it's P Blake 1003 at Instagram Live. Also the same thing on TikTok as we're live on TikTok. No comments on there, but plenty of people watching. I see Izzy, Gerald J. Sonar, Brandon, DJ UPS. I see you, buddy. Right there. Let's go out to Trevor. Mike Evans came out of Texas A&M, just to FYI. Yes, he did. Not a Longhorn and Aggie. So shame on Ray, but Ray's having a good time, living his best life down there at Ferg. So you got to love it. King Cook says, what's good, Peter? Happy Monday, sir. Happy Monday to you. King Cook again, Tampa Bay Ray. Good evening, sir, to him. Yes, thank you very much. Best draft, in my opinion, 2020. Tristan Wirfs, Antoine Winfield Jr. Absolutely agree with that, because that solidified that team, right? Antoine Winfield Jr. in that year, his rookie year, came in, made major contributions to that defense. And then also Tristan Wirfs, especially on that right side, blocking for the GOAT. And Tom Brady, just flawless, shutting down Cam Jordan that year for the Saints. Who could forget that? You know, the one game which was questionable, of course, Khalil Mack really gave him a moment of welcome to the NFL. But besides that, just flawless. You didn't hear from Tristan Wirfs at all, and that's usually a good thing when you don't hear from an offensive lineman that starts right away. You don't hear his name. That usually means he's doing his job. Sports Web Nation, what's popping? What's popping with you? Of course, we will say this, that it is June 22nd, 2026, and Todd Bowles is still your head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
It's exciting!
There you go. Brent says, what's up, bro? What's up with you? Jim, right there.
Damn it, Jim, what the hell is the matter with you?
Says Mike Evans, Vita Vea. Of course, a lot of people don't like the Vea pick because, of course, Buffalo traded up to get Josh Allen. And, of course, some people believe that Josh Allen is a franchise quarterback that the Bucs could have had instead of a Vita Vea who helps you win a Super Bowl. Josh Allen still looking for that Super Bowl. Oh, it's not fair. It's not fair. You know, let's use win-loss record with Josh Allen. Let's say he's a better quarterback, but then let's not also use the same energy when it comes to Allen. Just saying, Devin White was awesome his first 2 years with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Agree with that. Antoine Winfield Jr., yes. Let's see. Rumor is Philly doesn't want to pay Jalen Carter. We should package Vita and some picks for Jalen Carter, period. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't see that happening at this point. Brent says, Peter, you're my guy. You're my guy too, Brent. I just know it's coming. Some Buck fans just like to hee-haw like some jackasses, unfortunately. King Cook says, so if Light is such a great drafter, why can't we get over the 8-9, 9-8 hump? Seriously, what's the issue, guys? I will throw this out there. right? And this from Jason Light, because he was talking about it. First, he talks about the Baker Mayfield situation. Let's get into that. He was on the Tampa Bay Times podcast there, Rick Stroud, Good Morning Tampa Bay. I think that's what it's called. I have no concerns about that. I've talked to him about that. He's in a very good place right now. He just wants to win. He's a pro's pro. We have all the respect in the world. He's going to ball no matter what. We'll continue to have discussions and try to get this to a closure. But one thing I know personally that I can lay down is that he's going to play his ass off here. That's Jason Light on the Baker Mayfield situation. Now, to answer your question and what Light had to say, again, in care of our friends there at Joe Bucks Fan, appreciate you as always. Again, from the Rick Stroud podcast, my takeaway, because he was asked what his takeaway was from the late season collapse. My takeaway was I was sick. I mean, nobody was more sick than Coach Bowles. We all had to look at ourselves in the mirror. Yes, you can't just point to one thing. Nobody cares about injuries. So when I do these interviews, I hate to say, because I always catch myself saying we're not hiding behind injuries. But when you don't have your offensive line together for the majority of the season, it seems like it just takes a toll on everything. You can't move the ball. You can't sustain drives. The defense is out there too long. Your quarterback is not comfortable. It doesn't matter who it is. So there was a lot. And I'm not blaming just that one thing. We learned a lot from last season. That is Jason Light. Now, as I've said over and over again, I get it. The record, everything like that. The injuries last year took a toll. Is it disappointing that you have the lulls that you've had the last couple of years, especially when you get off to a great start and then the second half of the year, you can't figure it out? I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know if it's coaching. I don't know if it's lack of defensive talent. I think it's a multitude of things with this team, whether it's coaching, whether it's injuries, whether it's defensive talent, whether it's your quarterback not playing well because he's banged up, whether it's your running game. Just going back to 2025, people go, well, if he's such a great drafter, why are you 8-9 wins? You won a Super Bowl, right? And then the very next year, you had some key injuries or your two-time Super Bowl winning team. And then Tom Brady that year has all those distractions. Is that Jason Light's fault? Is that Todd Bowles' fault and everybody else that Tom Brady's dealing with distractions? So that's unfair. That's an unfair year. And then you come back. You're supposed to go down to the doldrums after losing Tom Brady. And you win 10 games? And you go and you win a playoff game versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Not bad. Not bad in their first year of Baker. And then you kind of take a step back. You have a dynamic offense. You lose in the first round. So to answer your question, it's multiple things. It's consistency all around. It's not just coaching. How many offensive coordinators can you overcome? Good teams, we always talk about it, right? They have the consistency when it comes to coaching. The Kansas City Chiefs, say whatever you want to. They're always usually in the Super Bowl hunt. Why? Because they have an offensive coordinator. The offensive coordinator is not who's calling the plays. It's usually Andy Reid, right? You don't have to worry about that. When you're changing your offensive coordinator every 2 to 3 years, that's why I tell, Bucs fans, be careful what you wish for. Continue to say that's like a broken record. Like a bad mumble rap song or a bad rap song that's on the radio keeps on playing. Does anybody listen to the radio anymore? I don't even think I do. But it's like it's going over and over again. Like it's injuries. It's changes to this. It's changes to that. So that all plays a part in it. And you could sit here and say that Jason Light's a terrible drafter. But when you're down to your second and your third string offensive lineman, is that really his fault? Like, can you just get an offensive lineman down right off the street and he's going to come in and start right away? No, that's the reason why you got backups in the first place. And they got backups after that. They didn't anticipate having all those injuries to their offensive line. You had one offensive lineman that started all snaps last year, and that was Graham Barton. That's it. Right there. If you want to know why your team isn't good or your offense struggled last year, look right there. Look no further than that. Open phone line, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. And I know what you're saying. Like, oh, Pete, you're putting out the injury thing again. It's there. What are you supposed to do? Your quarterback is banged up. Your running back is banged up. Your top 3 wide receivers are banged up at that point. And people point to, well, San Francisco 49ers. What did they do afterwards? Did they do anything? Yeah, they got to the playoffs. What did they do afterwards? You can only overcome so much, right? You got to be realistic about this, Bucs fans. You really do. A lot of you are spoiled from the Tom Brady days. That's what it comes down to. You're spoiled. Spoiled Bucs fans. Let's go out to Trevor. Trevor, welcome to the Evolution.
Yeah, I know the topic of discussion is Jason Licht and his performance as our GM. And I'll just say to some of these Bucs fans, you know, if I'm assuming that all of y'all have went to school, and I'm not trying to insult anybody's intelligence, but they named 1 year where the draft was bad. It was 2016.
Oh, you're 20. I mean, you had some drafts in there. 2016 was bad because of Roberto Aguayo. The people go back to that, and Vernon Hargraves. I get that. Okay, all right. So we got that out of the way.
No team is immune to bad draft picks.
No. Ask Bill Belichick. How did that work out for him? He's supposedly and could go down as the greatest coach in NFL history. How many bad drafts has he had? It's the reason why he's out of coaching. It's the reason why Tom Brady left New England in the first place, because you didn't supplement the talent through all those years. And yet people will look the other way because they're saying, well, you won 6 championships. Okay. Well, also, again, keep the same energy when it comes to that. So I'm saying Jason Licht has had his fair share of bad drafts, but let's not deny that he did put together a team full of veterans and young talent to win a Super Bowl when Tom Brady came here. And people go, well, they haven't done it in so many years. I mean, you can't win a Super Bowl every year. I'm sorry. You can't do it, especially with all the injuries. You have to be injury-free. You have to have some luck to this. And, you know, I'll go back to, why can't you keep an offensive coordinator? Well, let's answer your own question at this point. Why can't you keep an offensive coordinator? Because the offensive coordinator gets offered a better job. He gets offered the Carolina Panthers job. He wants an opportunity to be one of the 31 coaches, one of the 32 coaches in the National Football League. Of course, he's not going to turn that down. Liam Cohen, supposedly he's going to come back as your offensive coordinator. A lot of Bucs fans wanted him not to leave the building, give him the coaching reins. I can tell you right now, who knows if that's going to work out from that standpoint. I know the Glazers have done it before. They did it with Dirk Carter, and it was a disaster. It didn't work. So do you think that maybe their mindset on that situation, they're thinking in the back of the mind, we don't want to do this again. We got a solid coach. The players in that locker room respect him. They play for him. We won division titles. What are we doing at this point? So you think that you're going to get Liam Cohen to sign a contract extension to be the highest paid offensive coordinator. And what does he do? He goes and gets another job with the Jacksonville Jaguars. You can't do anything about that. That is the way the National Football League. You got tough luck at this point. That's not Jason Light's fault. That's not the Glazers. That is the business of the National Football League.
Absolutely. And to piggyback off of what you were saying, Peter, I'll give you a prime example of Jason Licht doing an outstanding job. 2019, we were good enough to be a playoff team that year.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll give you 35 reasons why we didn't make the playoffs that year.
Well, I mean, what was it? It was Jameis Winston going 30 for 30.
Yeah, it was 30. It was 30.
They had the defense there.
It was 5 fumbles.
Yes, they had the defense there. They also had injuries at the end of the year. I believe Evans and Godwin were out.
Yep.
And to Winston's credit, you're still throwing to, Perryman at that point. Brent Perryman. I think it's Brent Perryman. Is it Brent Perryman?
The problem was he was also throwing to every defensive player on the team.
Correct. The defense was good enough to win those games. They showed you that.
You cut half of those. Say James throws 15 picks.
Right.
Versus 30.
Right.
That's probably at least 3 or 4 more wins. We're an 11 win team at that point.
Right.
If that happens,
which is why they moved on.
We had a
yes.
good team.
Right.
We had a good team that year. It was, and I hate to just flat out blame Jameis, but let's just call a spade a spade. It was his fault that year.
I think it's definitely his fault. I think it was also, they didn't have the right tackle at the time, right? Or was it DeMar Dotson?
DeMar Dotson.
DeMar Dotson wasn't good.
I
That's the reason why you get Tristan Wirfs. You also go out and get Leonard Fournette. You have Ronald Jones. There were definitely reasons there, but the defense was there. And you're right. If you cut down on those turnovers, more than likely you're able to win that division. And it just didn't work. And that's the reason why you go to door number 2 in Tom Brady in the first place. And you have to give Jason Licht credit for that. You have to. I'm sorry. You have to, Bucs fans. You're stupid if you're not giving him credit. You're an idiot. You're a moron if you're not giving him credit. Stop saying there were not other teams out there. There were plenty of teams out there. The Bucs were built the way they were built for that. They were built for it.
Tom looked at that roster and he said, you know what? I got Evans. I got Godwin. I got 2 solid tight ends. I got a pretty decent offensive line. They're probably going to draft a big offensive line, which is what they did by getting Tristan Wirfs.
Yep.
I can win with this group. And that was Jason Licht doing. And, I know everybody's going to talk about, they got Antonio Brown, they got Gronk, they got Leonard Fournette. But guess what? Those guys came along after we got Tom. Tom was intrigued with the roster that we already had before we was able to add those other pieces.
That's correct. And that was Jason Licht.
Who do we? Yeah. And that's credit to Jason Licht because, I'm like, I don't know if there was any other offensively. I don't know if there was any other team, any quarterback that year would have wanted to play with.
I mean, did you think Teddy Bridgewater, because there was talk of Teddy Bridgewater coming here that year to be their quarterback. Do you think Teddy Bridgewater wins with this team? No, he doesn't win. Do you think Jameis Winston wins with this team? No.
We gave him 5 years to figure that out. He wasn't able to figure that out.
He's going to win with this team? No way.
So,
no.
Yeah, so I'm appreciative to what Jason Licht done. And listen, he takes care of the talent that he drafts. If you're performing 9 times out of 10, he's going to find a way to keep you on the roster.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like this. Sometimes it's a business, and unfortunately, we can't keep everybody. But for the most part, he's going. If you perform out there on that field, he's going to give you an opportunity to re-sign, and he's going to offer you a really good deal. And
he's going to take care of his own players. He's done that. He's done that in the past. So all this talk of, he's not going to be able. I just say calm down. Right? So it's like Aaron Rodgers. Relax a little bit. Let's look back at the history, okay? Jason Licht and this organization have been able to take care of their own players. They've done it with Baker. They did it with Mike Evans. They did it with Tristan Wirfs and Antoine Winfield Jr. and Luke Gadicke. And, of course, Zion McCollum. Whether you like those players or not, they perform, they produce for this team, and we're taken care of. There's still time to re-sign a Vita Vea. There's still time to re-sign a Baker Mayfield. Everybody effing relax. I said effing. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's like we're like in week 18 of the season finale, like the season's about to end like next Sunday, and they're going in as free agents.
Yeah.
The season hasn't even started yet, so they're still technically under contract for this year.
Yes.
And then it's one more thing that I want to bring up for Jason Licht, since all these Bucs fans don't appreciate him.
Go for it.
2022. After Tom Brady left the team and we got Baker, we made the playoffs 2 straight years after that. But here's the one thing that I think they overlook.
3 straight years. You made it with Brady year. You made it 23 and 24. That's okay. That's all right. I got you.
He didn't have much cap room to work with after Tom left.
Right.
Well, there was a lot of dead cap space that the team owed to players that were no longer on the roster.
Right.
He had to deal with that on top of trying to draft players and keeping this team competitive post Brady era.
Right.
And he was able to do that. And go ask the Patriots. What happened to the Patriots? I mean, obviously they went to the Super Bowl this past season, but up until last year when Tom left, the Patriots just flat out struggled until they drafted Drake May.
Yeah.
And they got rid of Belichick, by the way, which was probably the smartest move. But that's not here nor there.
I mean, it
But-
was the smartest move, right? They moved on from him. What has he done ever since?
Yeah, he can't even go win in the ACC, let alone in the NFL.
He can't
So-
draft. He hasn't been able to draft. I mean, that's the reason why that team is in dysfunction the way it is. That's why they had to get a new coach at the time.
Right. And so those are difficult things to do. Like, I would challenge anybody, take over the team. Okay, you want to be Jason Light? Okay, take over a team. Don't have that much cap space to work with, and go out there and try to make a team competitive. Go ahead.
Make chicken
you know
salad
over
at a
them
chicken. Yeah, exactly. All right, Trevor.
But anyway,
Yes.
my rant is over.
Thank you.
I just want to go out here and
Yeah,
give
appreciate the rant. I love the rants.
a Jason Light appreciation post. And Jason, if you're listening, I love you, brother. Keep doing what you're doing, and go Bucs.
All right. Yes, he says go Bucks, go Bucks. So go Bucks.
Wait up, little boy! Stop! Wait up!
Go Bucks.
It's exciting!
Yes, go Bucks.
We got the job, baby!
Go Bucks.
Oh, you think
Go Bucks.
Fire the cannons!
Go Bucks.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Go Bucks. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Here live on TikTok, Instagram Live, Facebook, YouTube. All those sites, open phone lines for you, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. I got some comments. I saw you, Eric Moreno, call back. We will definitely take your call. Sorry about missing it. Name one elite defensive player we had on defense right now. Name one elite defensive player we have on defense right now. Well, I'll tell you right now, I think I think Vita Vea is pretty elite. Don't you? Don't you think he's pretty elite? I know he's 31 years old. People forget about him, but what he does in that middle of the defense is pretty tremendous. I think YaYa Diaby has an opportunity to be elite, right? I think Ruben Bain Jr. has an opportunity to be elite. I think there are some players on this team that are really good. They're close to being elite at this point. Vita Vea is definitely one that comes to mind. Jacob Parrish, he has an opportunity to be elite. Tyke Smith, he has an opportunity to be elite. What do you want, Brent? Like, what do you want? Cook, laugh out loud. Where's our running game coming from this season? Who's going to be able to carry the Bucs load? Pause. Well, Bucky Irving. You got Kenneth Gainwell and you got Sean Tucker. Is that good enough for you guys? Can the offensive line stay healthy? That's the big key, right? So the offensive line can stay healthy. It definitely helps your offense out. Let's go back to football 101. How do you build a team? You build it within the lines, offensive and defensive. You've got to stay healthy in both facets, right? Both units have to stay healthy. They weren't able to, especially the offensive line. King Cook, trade Vita and picks for Jalen Carter. I don't know how that happens. Why would they do that? Why would the Philadelphia Eagles do that? Why would the Bucs do that? Why would they trade their number one pick for Jalen Carter for? And then on top of it, he's an attitude. He's kind of an asshole. Like he really is. I mean, do you want that here? I'd rather have Vita Vea. Because if you trade for Jalen Carter and picks, you're gonna have to re-sign him. Can you afford that? If you sacrifice Baker Mayfield, maybe if you sacrifice YaYa Diaby, I guess if that's what you want to do. Not me. Let's go out to Eric. Eric, welcome to the Evolution.
Bring the passion, bring the excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense.
Love it. Thank you very much. Good stuff, Eric. What's
How
on
you
your mind?
doing?
I'm doing good, buddy. How are you doing?
I'm hanging in there. Tough loss for the Rays tonight, but
Well, it's been like that lately, my friend. It's they're going to have to figure this out. They're going to have to figure it out very, very soon. So
yeah, at least the Yankees lost, and the AL is kind of, stagnant.
it's crappy. Let's just put it out there.
Yeah.
It's a crappy. It's a crappy division, and it's a crappy AL this year. It really is. Thank you.
Yeah. You have anything on the stadium, or is that going in the wrong direction?
It's not going in the wrong direction at this point. I haven't heard nothing latest on that. So when I do get something on that, I will definitely give it to you. But you don't necessarily believe everything you read and hear on Facebook and social media, because sometimes they're just trying to push your buttons. Just let this play out. I'm telling you, they're going to get this deal done. And when they do get it done, you can come on this Sports Web show and say, yep, Peter, you were right, like always. All right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
When do you think Ted Hurst will be a problem? By like week 6, week 7?
I think Ted Hurst may be a problem week 1. I mean, what Rondé Barber's talking about, what you've heard, everything. Now, listen, this is where you go. Like, you go to Buccaneers.com, and people go, well, you know, Rondé was talking up Emeka Egbuka last year. Okay, that worked out pretty well, right? From week 1, when he caught a touchdown versus the Atlanta Falcons, he had an immediate impact. Now, here's the great thing about Hurst. Being a rookie and having this plethora of talent. Look at my thesaurus tonight. I'm bringing out my big-time words. You don't have to necessarily have him come out and be productive right away. So that may, again, be in luxury. But I definitely think he's going to make an impact on this offense. Zach Robinson will have a plan. Baker Mayfield will have a plan for him. So watch out. He is a rookie. So, you know, temper your expectations. But I definitely think he'll make an impact for this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team in 2026. Book it, my friend.
One more question. Do you think the Baker deal gets done before the season starts or after the season?
I do think it gets done. I'm the eternal optimist. Take that with a grain of salt, because, you know, I'm the eternal optimist. But from Jason Light's comments, from Baker Mayfield's comments, I do think they will find a common ground. And it starts with $50 million. And then, again, if you don't get something done, you know, it's not the end of the world, because the Bucs, you know, they have all the cards at this point. They have the leverage. If they don't get a contract done, you let him play it out. He's more motivated. He's got a chip on his shoulder to play better. And then once he does that, then you can either franchise him or re-sign him next year in the next year's offseason. Answer your question?
But then it could go up even more. But yeah, I see it. Yeah,
it's called inflation, baby. It's inflation. Yeah. That's how it goes. You know, your rent's expensive. Your gas is expensive. I have no idea about it because, again, I have an electric vehicle and I love it. I do. I love the $10 to $15. But everything in this day and age is going up. It's called inflation, especially quarterback salaries in the National Football League.
Yeah. Well, where? How about Bo Nix? Where would you rank Bo Nix right now?
I wonder. I'll take Baker Mayfield over Bo Nix. How about that? Huh? That would Brent would right now. He would be. He's screaming at the top of his lungs. I can't believe you said you take Bo Nix. Or you take Baker Mayfield over Bo Nix?
No, I'm saying, I mean, Bo Nix is good, but yeah, I mean, Baker has more experience, but I think Bo Nix is top 5, at least top 10.
Well, listen, if he could have stayed healthy last year, then they're most likely in that Super Bowl. But instead, they had to go with the backup. And, you know, is that the fault of the general manager? Let's throw that out there, because you guys want to blame Jason Licht for drafting and not having backups. Is it the fault of the Broncos GM for not having a quality backup quarterback? Guess what? That's the National Football League. Nobody really has a quality backup when it comes down to it. Eric, appreciate the call. Anything else here on the Evolution?
What do you think the Raiders do at the deadline? We got about a month left?
I don't have any idea at this point. Let's see where they're at. Let's see if they're still in it. If they're still in it, I'm not going to say, because every time I say they're going to make a deal, you know, I get disappointed. You know, it's like Peter cried wolf. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that again. I'm not saying the Rays are going to make a deal, but if they should make a deal, if they're in it, if they need a bat or if they need an arm, and they certainly seems like they need a bat at this point, I would definitely go in that direction to make a deal. Eric, appreciate the call. Yes, go ahead. One more. Go ahead.
Would you give up like one of the top 3 prospects for the Rays, like Ian or the catcher? Or
I'm not giving up a catcher. Next. Go ahead. I'm not giving up a catcher.
All right,
Eric. I appreciate the call, my friend. Use the second one, all right?
Have a good night.
All right, have a good night. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Let me go out to Instagram Live here. Mally Mall says, Peter Blake, the watch guy, your Rolex reporter. Thank you very much. Appreciate that for tuning in there on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television, as we're live on all these social media platforms. Love you guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in. That frozen shot of Ray was hilarious. It was. You got to love Wi-Fi. Let's go out to Brent. I wish I played for the Bucs, right? Because mediocre is expected as being great. Okay. So mediocre. Yeah, I'm not going to even go down this road again with you, because if you're a longtime Bucs fan and you think this is mediocre, I'm never going to convince you. I can go back to years where this team barely even won the division, barely had 4 or 5 wins, and you think this is mediocre? Okay. Again, we're not going to do this tonight. Cook, that's what I'm talking about. You win Super Bowls. You win Super Bowls every year. Every team does not win a Super Bowl every year. Kansas City last year did not win a Super Bowl. Do you fire the coach? Philadelphia did not win a Super Bowl last year. Do you fire the coach after winning a Super Bowl? Every team does not win a Super Bowl. Not in this climate of what the salary cap is, where parity is prevalent. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. There needs to be a reality check. How many back-to-back Super Bowl champions here in the last 10 years? How many? 0. How many back-to-back Super Bowl champions in the last 15 years? 0. It doesn't happen. There's a reason why they always say parity is prevalent. My dad used to say that. Because you have a salary cap and you have players and you have to re-sign them and you have to draft well, and you can't have a bad draft because the fan base is ready to fire the GM after one bad year of the draft. Right? No, that's not how it works, but it happens. GMs have bad years of drafts. You don't re-sign players. That's what it's called a team transition. Also, Super Bowl hangover. It's a real thing. We saw that the last couple of years. Make the move to get the elite players. Stop trying to sell us a damn draft every year. They did. They got you a Super Bowl in 2020. Did you forget? It was only 5 or 6 years ago. Did you forget? They did. They did it for 2 or 3 years. Did you forget? You guys suffer from selective amnesia. How many years did they go in for it? 2020 for Brady, 2021 for Brady, 2022 for Brady. Easy for me to say. 3 straight years they went all in. You forget. And then guess what happens? You got to pay the credit card bill. And then still, that's not enough. You get Baker Mayfield for what, $4 million off the scrap heap. He's done, supposedly. Brent doesn't think he's a franchise quarterback because he changed teams like he changed socks. And he still comes in and leads this team to the playoffs and wins an NFC South. It's not good enough for you guys. What is good enough? Tell me what is good enough. Open phone line, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. And every year that the Rams go in, they don't win a Super Bowl. So fire the GM too and fire the coach. And if you were even thinking about firing that coach, you're an idiot. You're a lunatic. You're what I would like to say, my mentor would say.
Go away. Go away. I will hold the door.
Go away. My goodness. Like, I never thought that I would be on my own sports talk show. Well, I knew I would be on my own sports talk show, talking to myself usually, or talking to you guys out there. I knew I would be doing that eventually. But I never thought doing this show that I would be having an argument with somebody talking about how the Bucs won a Super Bowl, how they went all in for a couple years, and now it's not enough. I never thought that was where it was going to go. Like, I'm not saying you guys should be like in honeymoon bliss. Like, there should be some expectations, right? I mean, there's some pressure, right? Let's go back to the old coach there, John Gruden, right? Either feel the pressure or apply it. Hopefully the Bucs are applying it this year because Todd Bowles is under the pressure, because his new defense is under the pressure, because Jason Licht is under pressure, because Baker Mayfield is under pressure. But to sit here and just like mediocre, like what? Mediocre? This is mediocre? Wake me up. Take me back. All right? Let's go back to 10 years ago. 10 years ago to 2016. How about that? You want to go back to 2016 because that was such a bad draft? You guys want to bring that up? Let's go back to that. What did they start out? What was the start that year? What was it? 3-5? They were in the playoff chase and they finished 9-7. That is mediocre. They didn't make the playoffs that year. That is mediocre.
That's good enough to suck right there.
Second year of Jameis Winston, 2017. All the expectations are there. Remember Hurricane Irma? What did they finish that year? What did they finish? They didn't make the playoffs. That is mediocre. 2018, a complete and total disaster. Right? I think the first couple of games there, Ryan Fitzpatrick balls out, shows everybody some excitement. Jameis Winston comes back off the suspension. They don't do nothing. What, Dirk Cutter gets fired? That was mediocre. You don't know what mediocre is. You are a spoiled ass fan. And that's why I say, you know what? There's going to be a time where you're going to look back at this show and you're going to be like, damn, he was right. I mean, God bless that dude. Because he's taken 10 years off of his life trying to explain every friggin' night on this show how enjoy it while you got it. Because you might not have it eventually. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. 2019, what did they do? What were they 7-9 with Jameis Winston throwing the interception? Exciting times, baby. 30 for 30, 40 to 45, 50 times a game, putting up all kinds of points. Defense, having their backs against the wall because Winston is throwing so many interceptions at that point. 7-9, not making the playoffs. That is mediocre. What this is right now, this is not mediocre. This is not. This is good. It's not the best. It's not the worst. It's right in between. It's not bad. But oh yeah, Brent. We don't have to win anything at all. Yeah, just tear it all up, start all over again. So some of you jackasses can go back to the way things were. When you didn't have an opportunity to win a division, when you didn't even have an opportunity to win 3 or 4 games a year. Boom, baby. Have a half-empty stadium and complain. That's exactly what I want to hear. It's exactly the kind of shows I want to do again. I love that. I love that. I love talking about mediocre football like that. Awful, abominable. How about that? Is that a good word? Abominable. My goodness. Cook, man, I wish luck light wood. Tristan Wirfs will have a gold jacket when he's done. Ian says, go Buccaneers, go Buccaneers.
Wait up, little boy. Stop. Wait up.
Go Buccaneers.
It's exciting.
Go Bucs.
Fire the cannon.
Go Bucs.
How about them Bucs, baby?
Just takes it out of me. I swear to God. Like, I just try to explain this over and over again. Mediocre football team. My goodness gracious. Nobody saw McVay snatching up Myles Garrett. We could do the same with Jalen Carter. If they snatch up Jalen Carter, they got to give up something. So are you moving on from YaYa Diaby? Are you moving on from Baker Mayfield? You're giving up first-round picks, and you're also bringing a guy in the locker room that's not so great. But yeah, bring him on. Bring him on, baby. Let's bring him in. Let's not keep what we got here. Let's bring him in. Why can't we keep an offensive coordinator in the house? No one has still answered the question I've been asking the last 3-4 years. That's Bowles' problem, if you ask me. It's not Bowles' problem. It's the reason why Bowles deserves so much credit, because he actually picked the right guy that was productive enough to get some of these coaching jobs. Besides Josh Grizzard. We'll leave that one out because that was a disaster last year, right? According to Bowles, what was he, 2 or 3 years away from being a decent offensive coordinator at this point? I mean, seriously. Seriously. Hold on a sec. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, let's blame Bowles for making the right hire, getting the most production out of that offensive coordinator. Let's not think that, listen, this is the way the NFL is, right? Because Dave Canales is gonna give up an opportunity to be the coach of the Carolina Panthers. I don't like the Carolina Panthers. You don't like the Carolina Panthers, but it's an opportunity to be one of the coaches in the National Football League. But yeah, that's the Bucs' fault. They should block him from going to Carolina, right? Like, if you had a better job, you get an opportunity, you get more money, your job should block you from doing it. No, that's not going to happen. Liam Cohen, same thing. No, Todd Bowles doesn't deserve any credit for that, making those type of hires. Why would we do that? That wouldn't fit the narrative. Cook, I agree. Brent, Peter, is this going to be the excuse next year? I hope not. I hope Baker absolutely destroys it, kills it, so we can sit here and I can just absolutely troll you until you are just absolutely guilty. You're just riddled full of guilt. You go out and buy like 30,000 Baker Mayfield uniforms. You buy season tickets to the Bucs, and you never say the Bucs are mediocre ever again. I hope, for the love of God, that Baker Mayfield has an MVP type of year, because my goodness, right now, like the comments that you make if you think that's something, I swear to God, I'm going to be like the biggest asshole on this broadcast. Sorry, I cursed. It's after 10. The biggest one. And when I tell you that I'm the biggest one, I'm an overachiever, fellas. I really am. I don't go and do this half, you know what? I go full speed ahead. Hopefully where the Bucs are going in 2026. So you troll me all you want to. I'm going to troll you back. It's going to be a beautiful thing. I love trolling people. I love to be a complete and total nuisance. Every team can use the injury reason every year. Well, it happened with the Bucs. Baker single-handedly knocked us out of the playoffs. Of course, it wasn't the defense giving up 28 points a game. Why would we say that? Why would we say the defense giving up 28 points a game? Maybe that's the reason why Baker's trying to do so much. Maybe that's the reason why they're trying to throw the ball so much, because the defense can't stop a common cold. Oh my God, there it is. There it is right there. Man, Baker couldn't even get a win against the damn Dolphins. Man, please. He had all his weapons. We barely are competing every year with Bulls 8-9, 9-8 ass. Brady was the GM. They said no to Brown, and Brady said yes, and they signed him. Brady was not the GM. Jason Licht was the GM. Did Brady have some say about players coming here? Absolutely. But to sit here and nullify the job that Jason Licht did because it doesn't fit the narrative that you're trying to throw out there is stupid. And this is the kind of thing that you do because you want to prove a point. But the problem is it's just one point. It's just one point of view. It's not the whole perspective of the whole situation. You won't do that because it doesn't fit your narrative. You do the same thing with Baker Mayfield. The same exact thing, Brent. If BA wasn't trying to play with AB's money touches, he would have went back to back. No, he wouldn't have because AB was crazy. AB didn't want to be on the team. AB didn't want to be on the team when he had the fake vaccination card. So enough with that nonsense too. Stop with that because they were feeding him the ball. What did AB do ever since he left the Bucs? I'll give you a hint. It's the same question that I asked tonight when I said, how many teams have gone back-to-back the last 10 years? 0. All right, there we go. And remember, the fan base didn't care about the running game until Brady came. The fan base cared about the running game. You didn't care about the running game. Again, it didn't fit your narrative. Y'all better keep the same energy this season, NFC Championship or bust. We're going to see. I'm tired of hearing all these excuses. So we're going to see. I mean, they're not excuses. They're reasons. But to you, they're excuses. So I guess you take issue with it. The Seahawks game, the Bucs are winning 21-3. Where was the defense? Well, I mean, you're going to blame Baker on that and not the defense. So now you're going back and forth on this, right? But the Bucs did win that game. Do you remember when Baker Mayfield showed out, when Emeka Egbuka showed out? Do you remember the offense? Do you remember the defense at the end of the game making a play with Levante David? Did you forget? I didn't. Open phone line, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. What about the Rams game? We won 54-48. Okay. And 19. Great. Congratulations. What did you win that year? It was an entertaining game. He scored lots of points, and it led to absolutely nothing. That's what I'm talking about. Like this is the kind of nonsense that I'm talking about right here. Well, we won the Rams game in 2019 with Jameis Winston, but what did you win after that? Nothing. That was a mediocre team. If you want to say that's a mediocre team, okay, I'll give you that. But winning, 9, 10, even 8, winning your division, that's not mediocre. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, it's not. Not making the playoffs every year is mediocre. It's awful. What about the Rams game? Listen, you gotta explain it to me. What about the whole year? One game? We're gonna go one game. Let's go the whole year. 30 for 30, right? No? Doesn't fit the narrative. You're a Jameis Winston fan. That's what it is. There it is, right there. Boom. Rojo had to be motivated to run when Lenny showed up, set the fire under his ass. Rojo never ran the same since. Tell me I'm lying. Well, what? Rojo was 15 yards away from 1,000, didn't get it, then got hurt, and then Lenny, a.k.a. Lombardi Lenny, took over that postseason. Did we forget that? He was nearly cut by BA, and then he decided to have a change of heart and make a huge contribution to that Bucs team going forward. When was Light in drafting? Jameson offensive lineman. You drafted Donovan Smith and Ali Marpet. And you also drafted Alex Kappa, who was pretty good. And you got Ryan Jensen. Now, if you want to go DeMar Dotson, we can go DeMar Dotson. That wasn't a good move. And, of course, they rectified that the next year by getting Tristan Wirfs. But we're going to make all these excuses for Winston. Let's do the same for Baker. Okay? Let's do that. Let's keep the same energy, Brent, because I see where this is going. I see where it's going. I know where you're going with this. I knew it was going like this, so let's go with it. Cook, they don't understand that. I understand it just fine. We have 8, 9, 9, 19 wins at best. What's wrong with 8, 9, 9, and 8, 10 wins? What's wrong with that? I mean, again, I know it's no to you. It's nothing to write home about because you're used to those Buccaneer teams with the 14 to 15 wins a season. Oh, wait, there was never a Buccaneer team that had 14 or 15 wins.
That's good enough to suck right there.
There was never a team that had 13 wins. Oh, there was. That was the 2021 year. 1 year. Everything else, 12, 11 wins. Where are you at? What planet are you on at this point on Monday night? Somebody help me out here. Somebody help me out when the Bucs have won that many games in a season. 14 or 15 wins. I don't know. Where was I? Was I born then? I know it wasn't before I was born. It wasn't definitely when I was born. It wasn't after I was born. When was that? 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Good text. Thank you. Let's see. 10 wins at best. Oh, 10 wins. My gosh, 10 wins. Man, that is such a bad number. Man, if you gave me a choice right now, Brent, to listen to you talk about quarterbacks in Buccaneer history or have 10 wins from here on out the next 10 years, I'm taking the 10 wins. So I don't have to hear you talk or speak about Bucs history ever. My goodness, 10 wins. That's it. This is why you don't have to win in Tampa. Right. Of course, you don't have to win in Tampa. What was the records? Let's see. It's expected and celebrated. Of course it is. Brent, acting like Vita is still like that. Man, please. This dude hasn't done anything elite for the last 3 to 4 seasons. Tell me I'm lying because I've been watching him. Trade him already. Trade him. So if he's not that good, according to you, okay, what are you trading him for? By the way, let's not put this out there because, again, this doesn't fit the narrative. If you're being double and triple team and you have nobody around you, so you're continually facing double and triple teaming, do you think you're going to be productive? Although he's 2 years removed from 7 sacks, right? He's 31 years old. You act like he's washed up. You want to go after Jalen Carter at this point. You don't know what the ramifications of paying him. You don't care about moving on from Baker or YaYa Diaby or anything else, and you don't know what you're bringing into this locker room at this point. Let's see if you can have Calijah Kancey healthy this year. How about that? Let's see that. Let's see. I told you, Peter, look at the caller. Yep. Okay. Vita's not elite. Stop it. YaYa's not elite. Come on, Peter. You're capping right now. I'm not capping. Calijah Kancey can't stay healthy. I mean, who do you know is elite? Who's elite? Vita Vea, I think, is pretty elite. I do. I think he's an elite nose tackle in this league. According to you, you can trade him to the Philadelphia Eagles for a much younger player with multiple first-round picks. Which, by the way, screw the future. We're just going to trade multiple first-round picks and then come back and complain when it doesn't work out. That's what you're going to do. I know how this goes. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Oh, Bain even played 1 game yet. Okay, well, he looks pretty good so far. Calijah Kancey can be elite if he can stay healthy. What, Peter, you would choose Vita over Jalen Carter? Yes, I would choose Vita over Jalen Carter because it's the devil I know and the devil I don't. And the play that I've seen from Jalen Carter ain't nothing to write home about, okay? I would choose Vita all day long. I would. Thank you. Go Yankees. Go right back on top, just like I told y'all. Would be the season. Rays fans, keep the same energy, though. Don't switch it up now. I mean, is the season over with? Let me know. Let me know if you guys won a World Series. When's the last time you won a World Series? Oh, wait. It's been a long time, hasn't it? How many championships teams need 3 running backs and pro? Plenty of championship teams need running backs. How many championship caliber teams? This team does. Brent, you will take Baker over Peyton Manning in his prime. The Chiefs won back-to-back. When did the Chiefs win back-to-back? When did the Chiefs win back? Did the Chiefs win back-to-back? Did the Chiefs win back-to-back? Because I thought that the Bucs beat them back-to-back. Let me see. I might be wrong about this. Okay. You're exactly right. They did win back-to-back. I'll be corrected on this. The first team in 19 years. So, yes, they won back-to-back. But to your point, it took 19 years. Which means it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. 19 years it took a team to win back-to-back. I know the last team that won that, I believe, was the Patriots in 03-04. So, okay, you got me on that. Okay. First team in 19 years. Congratulations. 19 years. You made my point. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming. Let's play again. We're not going anywhere with Bowles. He's going to have to make me a believer. Well, he's your coach. The Rams played in the NFC Championship game. Great. NFC Championship or bust at least, correct? I mean, I don't know. Peter, NFC Championship or bust. You guys are not going to pin me down on this championship or bust stuff. We'll see how the season works. These old days are over, Peter. Bucs fans are over that. We want wins, period. How many wins did you get? How many wins did you get? Did you win a Super Bowl? Or did you win a couple NFC South titles? How many wins do you want, King? How many? How many wins do you want? And if you get 13 or 14 wins and you're out in the first round, is that enough? You're ready to fire the coach and fire everybody. That's what it comes down to, King? Yes, we move on from whomever, Peter, to bring in Jalen Carter. Not happening. Sorry. We all do. Sorry. Elder. Please don't go back to 16, 17, 18, and 19. Elder has tuned in here. Elder understands. Elder, there it is right there. Comment of the night.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go back there. Let's do it. Let's all do it together, right? 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. No, you don't want that? 7, they made the playoffs, were eliminated by the Giants, who won the Super Bowl. Do this all night. 06, they were garbage. 05, they won the NFC South, were eliminated by the Redskins at the time, Sean Taylor. 04, nothing. 03, nothing. 02, won a Super Bowl. 01, eliminated in the first round. Right? Who is calling me? What is this all about? Why am I getting a call right now? I'm getting calls from all these people. They don't know I'm doing a live show. They must think I'm going crazy at this point. Yeah, exactly, Elder. Let's not go back to 16 and 17 and 18 and 19. How about that? You want to go back to that? Let's go back to that. Yeah. Let's go back to the entertaining days of when the Bucs could barely win the division, let alone 5 to 6 games. Boom, baby. Let's do that. My goodness. My goodness. I'm good where we're at now. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thanks a lot for tuning in, Elder, on the evolution. So can we agree that Light is not a good GM? I wouldn't agree. Why would we agree that Light is not a good GM? Please tell me why Light is not a good GM. Call up on the phone lines right now on YouTube and tell me why Jason Light is not a good GM. 727-255-0391 at 727-255-0391. People forget that Light was drafting 3 different head coaches in the first 6 years. There you go. Baker threw a pick and lost the Panthers game. That's all you got. Vita's our best defensive player. You're tripping, buddy. Well, who's the best defensive player? Is it Antoine Winfield Jr.? You tell me. I think Vita Vea is one of the talented defensive players, most consistent defensive players on this team. You don't think he is? You don't think he means anything to this defensive line? Think again, buddy. Open phone line, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. Excuses, a.k.a. reasons. Laugh out loud. I wasn't talking about that game. Let's see. 8, 99, and 8 is a great season. Okay, Brent, I'm not a fan of them. Brent again, none of them was a first rounder. Okay, Peter Blake is going to lead us to the Super Bowl. I didn't say anything about leading you to a Super Bowl. We have 2 Super Bowls. Yes, you have 2 Super Bowls. Thank you, Jim.
Damn it, Jim, what the hell's the matter with you?
Amazing. There's some teams out there who don't even have Super Bowl championships. The Detroit Lions called. They wanted to know. They had a Hall of Famer like Barry Sanders for many years. Don't have a Super Bowl.
That's good enough to suck right there.
They had a Hall of Famer and Calvin Johnson. Guess what? Still don't have a Super Bowl. How about the Atlanta Chicken Hawks? Did they have a Super Bowl? No, they do not.
That's good enough to suck right there.
How about the Jacksonville Jaguars? Did they have a Super Bowl? Nope. How about this one? The Cincinnati Bengals. They get there, and guess what? They lose.
How about new?
How about the Buffalo Bills? You like that one? That's a really good one. What, four straight Super Bowls? Still nothing.
How about new?
I mean, you could be them. Let's talk about them, huh? How about the New York Jets? You don't have a Super Bowl since 69, 70 with Joe Namath? Yeah, pretty good situation there. The Miami Dolphins? When is the last time they had a Super Bowl? Oh, hell, I wasn't even born.
That's good enough to suck right there.
You could be much worse. I mean, that's the point. Did the Carolina Panthers have a Super Bowl? Nope.
How about new?
Saints have 1. Bucs have 2. Anything else? Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Oh. That's great. All right, let's go out to Russ. What's Russ have to say? Who would get to replace Baker? He's an elite quarterback. He's top 5. What happened last year was not Baker. It wasn't his fault. Everyone was out of position. It wasn't his fault. Our defense couldn't cover the deep pass, which is where I'm worried this year, but Baker and the offense will be fine. Yes, I agree. I think some of it was Baker's fault because he's hurt, but he's dealing with multiple injuries, so he's not able to play at a top level. I think some of it is on the offensive line. I think a lot of it is on the defense. When your defense is giving up 28 points, guess what? You're not winning many games. Well, I can't live in the past, Peter. Just because they were bad 10 years ago, I should be happy with 8-9 or 8-9-8. No, you should want to live in the past. You should want them to suck so you could get back to the way the things were. Just the way the things you want. You want a half-empty stadium. You want them to have a first-round draft pick. You want to have the drama of having a quarterback throw interceptions so you can sit there and yell at the TV or kick the dog or whatever you do that you do when you watch a Bucs game. I don't know what you do. Let's do that. Let's go back to those days. That's a good idea because we don't have a future right now. Peter, you're my guy. I love the passion, fam. Go Bucs. Go Bucs.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up.
Go Bucs.
It's exciting.
Go Bucs.
Fire the cannon.
Go Bucs. I mean, there's one thing you can say I always got. That's passion. I mean, maybe I was wrong on that whole 10 to 15 year thing because I didn't even think of the Kansas City Chiefs. You know why? Because there was a team that absolutely kicked their ass. And Super Bowl 55, the only touchdown they had was at TIA. You know who that team was? Yeah, it was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2020. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. There you go. All right, Pete, I ain't talking to you, bro. You ain't coming to get real about what we see on the field. I'm getting real with what I'm seeing on the field. What are you not seeing on the field? You're trying to tell me you're seeing doom and gloom, and I'm trying to tell you you had one bad year out of how many? How many years has this team struggled? Over the last 5 to 7 years, let's go ahead and count out the wins, the playoff wins, the Super Bowls in that time period, and you tell me that this is mediocre football. And I tell you, what are you watching? Because it ain't. You're just you're a victim of the moment. Let's go out to this guy here.
Acknowledge me.
Roger Shue, the tribal troll there, Newport Richie. Welcome to the evolution, my friend. What's going on?
That's right. Okay. This whole thing about Bowles, I agree with Brent O'Neill and Captain Cook, man.
Of course you do.
The only thing you're gonna get with Bowles as head coach is winning the NFC South. You're never gonna give him more than 10 wins. You're not gonna go anywhere further than winning the NFC South.
That's it, right? Just like you.
That's it.
You never have a quarterback in your history that's any good. Maybe Caleb Williams may be that. It only took you about 50 friggin' years to get a quarterback. Just like you.
Jim McMahon, Super Bowl champion.
How long ago was that? What was that, 1985?
It doesn't matter how long ago
Well,
it
no,
was.
let's go ahead and play this game that you're going to play with me right now because you want to troll me, and that's okay. I'm used to you trolling me.
I'm not trolling. I'm dead serious. The
Okay.
Buccaneers are not going to do anything except win the NFC South as long as Todd Bowles is your head coach.
Why do you say
He
that?
cannot get you over the hump.
Why do you say that?
That's why they fired Tony Dungy and brought in Gruden.
Okay.
Gruden got him over the hump.
We'll see.
Todd Bowles cannot get you where you need to go.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it's been, 5 years straight winning the NFC South?
Oh, my gosh.
And you can't get past?
You can't even win your own division. What are you talking about?
We won our division last year. We're NFC North champions.
1 year. What did you do the years before that?
We were what? Two games away?
Hold on.
Hey, if you had our head coach, the Buccaneers would be probably playing for the NFC Championship.
Let me ask you something. Would you trade what the Bucs have done here the last 5 to 7 years with the Chicago Bears?
Okay, are we excluding the Brady years?
No. We're not excluding the Brady years. Would you take what has happened to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers the last 5 to 7 years if you were a Bears fan? Yes or no?
I don't know. I would have to give it thought.
Your silence speaks volumes, my friend.
On the spur of the moment, I would have to say probably yes.
Okay, so then
To win the division, yes.
Okay,
But
yeah.
we were one game away from the NFC Championship game. The Bucs
How
haven't
long
been
ago?
that far in how many years now? 5?
Yes. How long ago was that for you Chicago Bears fans? How long was
Last
that?
year.
What was it last year? One game?
Yeah, one game away from an NFC Championship.
We won the NFC Championship game. We beat the Packers, which you couldn't beat Aaron Rodgers. And they won the Super Bowl. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, okay. So you would take what's happening
With Tom
right
Brady.
now. Okay, but you would take also what's happening with Baker Mayfield too, after Tom Brady.
No.
So you would trade.
I,
okay.
I don't believe in Baker Mayfield.
Okay, so I think you're a dumbass at this point.
He's what, on his 4th or 5th team now in how many years?
So
5
Roger,
years?
You're going to tell me that you're okay with being a loser like the Chicago Bears have been besides last year, and comparing it to
You
the
guys
Tampa
have been
Bay
losers for the
Buccaneers.
last how many years since you won the Super Bowl? You won your division. Okay,
that's not
great.
the-
You
that-
can't go any farther.
That's not the point. That's not.
And
what
what's the point? Why can't you go any farther?
The point
It's your
is,
coaching.
It's the point. The point is, okay, would you trade what the Bears have done the last 5 to 7 years compared to the Bucs? Yes or no?
Okay, Peter.
Okay.
This is about Todd Bowles not being able to get you over the hump.
No.
Jason Light can bring in all the players he wants to and all the undrafted free agents. It's not going to matter because Bowles cannot coach them properly and get them over the hump.
Did he win a Super Bowl as a defensive coordinator?
Light.
Did he win a
Todd
Super
Light,
Bowl?
Light and Bowles are happy winning the NFC division, the NFC South, because it brings in money to the team, brings in money to the stadium and the city, and they're happy with that.
So they were happy with winning the Super Bowl and going all in for the last after they went.
Well,
all
of course
in
they
there.
were. They had freaking Tom Brady.
This completely kills your narrative at this point.
Any team in the NFL that had Tom Brady was a Super Bowl contender.
So they weren't satisfied with winning the NFC South at the time because they went all in the 2 years afterwards, right?
Well, of course, because they had Tom Brady.
Okay, but now
I'd go all in on Tom Brady as well.
But now they're satisfied with Baker Mayfield. Does that make any sense at all? Or could it be the fact that they dealt with the Brady, the Brady salary cap deal, and that's the reason why they have been hamstrung and haven't been able to make the moves they wanted to make? Do you think it's that more of anything else? Could it be that? Of course it could be that because your silence speaks volumes. Roger, thanks a lot for the call. Appreciate the time. Get the hell out of here. I would trade the Bears losing all those years compared to the Bucs winning. Go away. Please go away.
Go away. Go away. I will hold the door.
Completely insane. You just want to win you just want to win the argument. You're insane. You're completely and totally insane. No way. There is no way that you're trading the Bucs wins and winning a division and having winning football compared to the mess besides last year. I get it. You're okay. You got 1 year there with Caleb Williams. Let's see what you can do the second year. Okay, buddy? Don't get too high on the hog. Open phone line, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. Any NFL team would love to have what the Bucs have had the last couple of years. Are you freaking serious? Get out of here. These teams in the NFL, they have no Super Bowl championships. Exactly. Peter, you're my guy. I guess. Let's go out to Jim. Jim.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell's the matter with you?
You let all them trolls get you upset. Why you didn't read mine?
I
the
don't
Bengals
see.
ain't got no championship.
I haven't.
The Browns ain't got no
know,
championship.
I know the Browns. There's a good team right there. The Browns. They
They
don't have a championship. There you go.
There's only 20 teams that ever won a Super Bowl out of 32.
Yes.
And we got 2 of them.
Yes.
And then we've been winning NFC South championships.
Right.
For about 2 years after the Super Bowl.
Yes. A
So
guy.
what's going on? What's the problem?
A Bears fan's trying to tell me. He's trying to tell me at this point that he would trade what he's had the last 5 to 7 years with the Chicago Bears because he wants to win this argument compared to what the Bucs have had, which is, again, a Super Bowl championship, a divisional round, a playoff win there. Then they get another playoff appearance. They lose in the first round. Then in 03 or 23, get my years confused there, they won 10. They won the first round. They lose in the second round. And in the last couple of years there, they won an NFC South and were eliminated in the first round.
Can we be all the way honest about the Bears? They ain't been nothing since Brian Urlacher.
Oh, okay.
And they just now got the little baby quarterback that's doing his job.
Right, exactly. He's going to trade me those years for the years that he's dealt with. That mess that's in Chicago. You've got to be drunk, Roger. You got to be completely and totally drunk.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the Bears, but come on, bro.
Have another one on me.
I'd be a Buccaneer fan all day before some Bears fan.
Do you think this is mediocre football, by the way, Jim?
No, man.
It's not mediocre for you.
A great football team. We had all them injuries last year. If you watched the season.
If you watched, yeah.
The first half of the season when everybody was playing together.
Oh, yeah. Everybody was on there. Everybody was on the bandwagon, baby. Bucs of the Super Bowl.
Even on national TV, they were talking about, oh, they're going to be one of the best teams in the league until the second half.
And then what happened?
We just fell off a cliff because everybody got hurt.
Everybody got hurt. Coaching wasn't good. I mean, there's multiple reasons. There's multiple things.
But I mean,
not just one
we fell
player.
off a cliff, but why you can't forget about the first of the half season when everybody was bragging on us.
I know. They were figuring out ways to win, and then they couldn't figure out a way to win a game against one of those sorry teams that they were playing on their schedule. I get it.
They were trying to put Mike Evans back in the lineup. Yep. That wasn't working.
Yep.
Our quarterback got hurt. He didn't want to sit down.
Yep.
That didn't work.
Nope.
I mean, there was a lot of stuff going on.
Yep.
No offensive lineman. We had one offensive lineman to play the whole year.
Mm-hmm.
Like you keep explaining to everybody. That didn't work out.
Nope.
Like what I mean, was you there to watch the game? I don't understand.
Yeah. I don't know.
Them guys are just trolling, like they're just trying to pitch you up, and you just go right along with it.
I go right along with it. I'm just this is how I'm going to be on a Monday night. Just go right along with it. Yep.
Let's not do that on Wednesday. That's our happy day.
That's our happy day. Usually it's our happy day.
Usually.
Hump day.
Hump day.
They're gonna be here. They're gonna be here to troll you, though.
I love them. I love them to come here. I mean, I don't know what Brent is talking about when it comes to mediocre football. I'm trying.
I mean, come on. We keep talking about Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles has changed his coaching staff 3 times, and he's still winning games.
Yes. Your offensive coordinator is changing every year.
Offensive coordinators every time they do good.
Right.
But we still winning games. I don't. What do you want the man to do?
I don't know at this point. Todd, what do you think?
It's exciting.
It is exciting.
Yeah, give me some Ruben Bain.
Ruben Bain. Here's Ruben Bain.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally?
There you go, right there.
Yeah,
Jim.
we live in the darkness.
That's right. We live in the darkness.
Damn it, Jim, what the hell's the matter with you?
We're born
All
in the
right, man,
darkness.
I'll let you go. Keep listening.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you. I'm surprised some of these people will listen to this show tonight. Got to listen to this show. Wow. Somebody texted me something. I was like, okay. All right. Getting these messages while I'm on air. Happy Monday, Peter H. Blake. Happy Monday to you, Rob the Prez right there. Thompson.
Oh, yeah.
Crew Life. Let's go out to King. I want at least 11 to 12 wins this regular season. All right. That's fair. First round loss in the playoffs ain't good enough. Even if you win 13 games. Well, Liam Cohen called. He wanted to know what you guys were talking about. We are on our way. Back to that. We didn't make the playoffs last year. Yes, 1 year out of many the last couple of years here. Let's stay out of the past when we're losing. That's losers mentality. That's why Bucs fans are looking forward to winning now. I mean, I'm saying that's a good thing, right? You look back at the past. Keeps it in perspective. I said he was the best on the team, buddy. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I misunderstood you. Thank you very much for tuning in. Only 20 teams of 32 NFL teams have won Super Bowls. Tampa Bay Buccaneers have 2. Brent, so what? I don't care about the other teams. Okay, well, you have to care about the other teams. We better sign Baker or Bayer or they are gone. They are not gone. No Bengals. King Cook says, so what? Just because we want to see more from our team, we're wrong. I want to see this team take the next step to being elite. We'll see if they do. Peter, you are crazy, man. No, you are crazy. No Browns. Cook, that's my point, bro. Bobby says, why does Jason let our good players hit free agency? What players hit free agency? This is what I don't understand. Like, Bobby, I respect you, right? Let's go back to that comment. Good players hit free agency. Okay. So what good players did the Bucs lose this year on an 8-9 football team, which I've been just drilled tonight? Why would you bring back the majority of the players in free agency from that football team that was 8-9 in the first place? Like, everybody's, oh, you lost Jamel Dean. He was terrible. He was inconsistent, wildly inconsistent, as I've said. Not able to stay healthy. Not able to put a good year together. Put a somewhat good year last year, right? After he restructured his deal. Why would you bring him back? Why would you bring the majority of those players back when they were 8-9? What did you lose in free agency? By the way, Baker Mayfield, the Bucs have the control. They can franchise him. They can re-sign him. He's still on the roster. He ain't going nowhere. Vita Vea, he ain't going nowhere. I feel like Bruce Arians here. He ain't going nowhere. They're all under contract at this point. Where are they going? They ain't going nowhere. Come on. I want us to dominate this weak-ass division for 20 years like the Pats did. Enough with the 8-9, 9-8 Bowles being okay with that. Brent. Baker's elite. He's on the 4 team in his first elite franchise quarterback in the history of the NFL. I love the Bucs regardless. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate the comments. Some Bucs fans just don't know the dark times of the past. I just think they don't. I'm watching a midseason slump every year. We always have to find a way to get out of it, just barely. That's a good point. I agree with you on that. That has to change. It has to change this year. Definitely agree with you on that. They got to get out of that. Bulls helped draft Kyle Trask. Stop it, Peter. No. Jason Licht drafted Kyle Trask, and that was under Bruce Arians at the time. So stop it. But the Bears had a real chance now. What chance do they have? What chance besides last year did they have? What do they have? How many years did they suck? How many years did they suck?
That's good enough to suck right there.
Colts kicked Chicago's ass with Tony Dungy in 2006 Super Bowl. Thank you. There you go. Pressure cooker will be turned up on Bulls from the jump of the season. Get ready, Peter. Bucs fans ain't going from 8-9 to 9-8 again. I know. Cook, I agree. You and Brent agree a lot. Are you guys brothers? Facts. Bulls don't even have an imprint on offense. He only deals with the defense. What championship level coach only deals with one side of the ball? Oh, wait. Well, I'll give you one. His name was Tony Dungy when he went to the Indianapolis Colts. I'm glad he said that. I knew you were going to say that. I'm glad he said that. Andy Reid doesn't deal with the defense. He lets his guy there, former Giants coach, deal with the defense, right? Tony Dungy, when he won the Super Bowl, he dealt with the defense. Guess who dealt with the offense? Former Bucs coach Tom Moore and Peyton Manning. That's why they won a Super Bowl. Sometimes you don't want a coach to just deal. You want a coach to deal with one side of the ball, right? Because when Dungy was here, he was stubborn when it came to the offense, no doubt. So they learned something, right? You evolve as a coach. So you didn't have to wait long. We have got killed in the NFC North. How? With Baker. Russ, Bears are now actually the Indy Bears. There's nothing wrong with wanting more from our team, Peter. I agree, but keep it in perspective, guys. We beat the Eagles 3 years ago and almost beat Detroit. Not bad. We're already happy with the low expectations. We want more than we're wrong. I didn't say we're wrong. I said keep it in perspective. Just like I said, you don't have to win here. It's okay to be losers. Elder, don't we play Chicago this year? They do on Sunday Night Football. Thank you for that.
Oh, yeah.
You got to admit to being a lot easier when it's in the NFC South the last few years, because look at the quarterbacks we had to face in the NFC South. We're not facing MVPs no more, but our defense at times has made the quarterback look like an MVP. Good point. I would also say, would you say the same thing when it comes to Tom Brady playing the AFC East for so many years? And just for the record, again, I'm not a troll. I've been watching Bucs games since 1995. I didn't think you were a troll, King. But that's okay. Andy Reid doesn't deal with the defense. How many times we've seen Andy take over that defense during games? So out of 2 coaches, out of every coach that has one, laugh out loud. Sean McVay, I don't think deals with the defense. He deals with the offense. Plenty of coaches that specialize in just one area. Do they have some say when it comes to the defense? Somewhat. But you would think they specialize in that one facet of the game, especially a Sean McVay. So, yes, there are coaches that only deal with one facet at this point. With that being said, let's go ahead and go out to more comments here. No comments on that end. No comments on TikTok. We'll go ahead and wrap it up for the night. Thanks a lot to Tampa Bay, Ray Kennedy, Best of the Bay. We'll be back on Wednesday night to talk with you, to rant with you. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. Do 3 things here. We'll keep it down for the roommates. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And for fans of the Sports Web and the Tampa Bay sports fan, especially you Go Bucs fans, it's your time. We'll see you next time on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. As we always say on this show, to end it off on a Monday night, Go Bucs.